Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, readers of all persuasions. It is I, Gayla, and welcome back to Book Uncorked and Caffeinated. And this is day 13. Woo-hoo. So today I'm going to be finishing. This is part 2 of my ABC TBR. So now I'm going to be pulling books from my shelf with that titles start with the letter N through Z. And so yeah, I have my books in front of me, so I'm going to get started. And these are books that been on my shelves for a very long time, and I'm just like, you know what, let's just read what you have before you go down the rabbit hole of buying more books, because I already have a part 3 series of all the books that are coming out next year in 2026 that I would like to buy, and I think I might have a part 4. So we need to read these books real fast. Real fast. So that's what we're going to do. So we're going to take a little sip because it is the morning time. And I have a new cup. I have several new cups. So every time you see me now, I'm going to have a new cup, which is a little bit of obsession and addiction. But it is what it is. So it says Hot Girl Book Club. And I think I took the thing off. I think I might have gotten this one from TJ Maxx. TJ Maxx, Marshalls, all of those stores, even Home Goods are having all these like bookish cups, and I can't stop buying them, which is a problem because I already have all my Ray Dunn books. But we're not cups, but we're not gonna talk about that. That's actually pretty good. All right, so let's get started. So the first book started with N is No Ordinary Love by Maya Ariel. This book came out maybe 2 years ago now, I'm not sure. There is a sequel to it, and so I want to read both. So let's just start about what it's about. Ella Simone's pop star life is what dreams are made of. Her 8-year marriage and business partnership with renowned music producer Elliot Majors has helped garner her the hits, awards, and adoring fans to prove it. But when Ella tires of Elliot's many infidelities, she decides to fight for her independence, despite the ironclad prenup that threatens her career. So this actually sounds good. Really didn't know what this was about. I just saw it across the internet streets, and I was like, hey, we're gonna buy that one. But I'm glad I bought it, and I have the sequel as well. So the letter O, Our Black Year, by Maggie Anderson. Our Family's Quest to Buy Black in America's Racially Divided Economy. I thought this was super interesting when I got it, and then I also think it's super relevant, in the times that we have now. So this is the author's quest to buy all things black, so, and all services black, like black lawyers, black doctors, black things that you buy, black artists, black books, all the things, everything that you would do in your life, but by people who are people of color, specifically African Americans. So I want to read this because I'm also on a journey to look into how black I can make my life, because there are extraordinary talented people out there of African American descent, or the diaspora, and it's sometimes they get an unfair shake, and so I want to make sure that I'm a part of uplifting the community. Pineapple Street. I had this for a while by Jenny Jackson. This book interested me because I knew that there was a street in Brooklyn named Pineapple Street, and you know, I'm all things Brooklyn in New York. And so it says, Darlie, the eldest daughter in the well-connected old money Stockton family, followed her heart, trading her job and her inheritance for motherhood, but giving up far too much in the process. The baby of the family has fallen in love with someone she can't have and must decide what kind of person she wants to be. So, yep, this is it. Pineapple Street. And yeah, you'll see. We'll see what it is. No rhyme or reason. Q. I didn't think I was going to have a Q book, but I did. It's called Quarter Life Crisis, The Unique Challenges of Life in Your 20s. And so I bought this. I was like maybe 30 when I bought it because I heard about it, and I think there's also a workbook, but and it has the old school phone with it. But I always talk about how, for me, I feel like I kind of hit my peak when I was 20, because I kind of did things societal norms that like you're supposed to. Like I went to school, I graduated college, had a career, did all the things, and then I'm gonna be honest, life for me was a little easy because I just did the things. And then when I wanted other things, I was like, oh shit gets harder, right? And so this was a very interesting read. I didn't read all of it, so I want to go back to it because I mentioned it a couple of times to some clients who are going through some things. So I want to read it again to make sure I'm giving them the right information and giving them the right interventions to use in their life. Our Rhythms by Donna Hills. This is an old school book. I think I got this from like a thrift store. And I never knew what this was about. So let's read. After, oh God, I can't see. Let's see. It says, from the critically acclaimed author Donna Hill comes a riveting novel that is both emotionally complex and simply beautiful in the portrayal of the generations of women and the dark secrets that links them all. And I think this is also about a musician and coming from the South and trying just to live out all her dreams. So Rhythms is the title of the book, and I might have to find this somewhere else because your sister glasses ain't helping with this one. But I'm super excited about reading this, and I think I also picked this up because I heard Lex from Lex Read talk about it, because she reads a lot of like old school books, and this was one of them, and I just happened to find it like the weekend that I was watching her video, so I mentioned in that. But I also have another R called Revelations, an anthology of African and diasporic voices. First of all, look at the cover. It's beautiful. Let's start there. And it's witty. It's a wise, witty, and wondrous welcoming to refreshing collections of stories, poems, and essays centered in Africa and the diaspora. So I'm looking forward to reading this book. It says fresh and electrifying stories, poems, and essays. I love it. And look at that. So I have 2 R's. Then we have S Sitting in the Front Pew by Parry Brown. This is an old school book as well. It says death brings about strange emotions, and people true colors start to show. Glenda Naylor discovers this when she gets a phone call that her father has died suddenly, and she has to fly from Los Angeles to Baltimore to bury him. Her beloved daddy, Edward Naylor, raised his 4 young daughters after their mother's death and was the perfect father, brother, fiance, and friend to those who loved him. So this is going to be interesting. And this is also a beautiful cover. And also being a church girly, I love the hat and the play on words and sitting in the pew. So that's cool. Then we have T, Time's Undoing. Cheryl Head. Yes, Cheryl A. Head. Look at another beautiful. These covers. I love when Black people are portrayed in the most unique way. And this says, a young Black journalist is determined to reclaim her family's history by uncovering the truth beyond her great-grandmother's murder decades ago in the segregated Birmingham, Alabama. Inspired by Cheryl's own family history, Time's Undoing is at once a tender portrayal of one's family journey towards healing and searing indictment of racial injustice in America and hopeful plea for a better future. So, Time's Undoing. I love it. Then we have another one, Undiplomatic, How My Attitude Created a Best Kind of Trouble by Deja Dyer, the former White House social secretary. Look at that. I still have my sticker on it. But let's see. It says, without credentials or connections, community college student and advocate Dyer navigated her imposter syndrome, landing one of the most exclusive positions in the White House. From the most unlikely person to end up as a senior official to President Barack Obama and First Lady Michelle Obama comes a candid, incredible, and inspiring story. Moved by the elections of the country's first Black president, Dyer applied for a White House internship in 2009 as a 31-year-old part-time community college student, taking a leap that carried her into a permanent full-time position, followed by 3 promotions, landing her at the epicenter of politics. I think that is freaking awesome. And I love the cover. It's like very young, very fresh. She was over the social, she was the social secretary, probably like social media and things of that nature. So I love that. The next book is called Vagabond. This author is Nigerian, and this is about Nigerian culture, starting with V. So it says, in much of Nigeria, vagabonds are those who existence is literally outlawed. The queer, the displaced, the footloose, and rogue spirits. Vagabond is a vital work of imagination that takes us deep inside the heart, minds, and bodies of people in duress and in triumph. Once again, those covers. And she's a lady if you look super close. Right? Then we have W, Wild Tongues Can't Be Tamed, 15 Voices from Latinx Diaspora. And so these are 15 artists who talk about the Latino experience, Latinx experience. 15 original pieces dive into everything from ghost stories and superheroes to memories in the kitchen and travels around the world, to addiction and grief, to identity and anti-Blackness, to finding love and truth. So I'm really looking forward to this. I have so many books that I forgot that I had on my shelf. Like, I'm upset about it. Ugh. And then I have another W. I could not leave this out. I met her at her book signing about a year ago, maybe a little bit longer than that. It's White Supremacy is All Around Us. Dr. Cadet, she's a hoot. Like, notes from a Black disabled woman in a white world, and you wouldn't be able to tell she has a physical disability, and she talks a lot about that. She talks a lot about this in her book. It says, a powerful call for true accomplishment for non-Black people, and a way for Black and oppressed people to see and celebrate themselves. She's super intelligent, super funny. She's like, when I met her, I was like, I could see hanging out with her. She's super cool and super realistic and down to earth. But she's like, look, disability is real and you don't always see it. And so it made me think about ableism in a different way. So I can't wait to read this. It's been forever. I've been saying every year I was going to read it. And the last book starts with a U. We get to it in a second. Where You Were Always Mine. And I read We Are Not Like Them by these authors. It's a dual authorship. And it says, Cinnamon Hagman's life may not look like much. A good man, a steady job, and a cozy home, but it's more than what her difficult childhood promised. Her life mantra is to be good, quiet, and grateful until she becomes haunted by a terrifying question. Is this all there is? And so I'm excited to read this. I don't know if it's the follow-up or the first one, but I enjoyed the We Are Not Like Them. So I'm interested in that. So this is my ABC TBR. And if you notice, I did not have X or Z. I was really you should see my house. All these books everywhere. I was really trying to find X and Z, and I can't. So that means I have to buy some books. Just joking, but not joking, but just joking. But yes, I'm really looking forward into creating this series for next year, because I really want to read all these books. I know there's books on my TBR that I want to buy, but I really want to read the books that I have. And a lot of these books I have read, don't get me wrong, and I want to do some rereads as well. But there's a lot I have not. I have a whole bookshelf, maybe 2 bookshelves that I have not read anything on them. And it's quite embarrassed if you come to my house. They're all organized, but it's a lot of books. So we're going to get started with my ABC TBR. So enjoy your day. Drink your tea or your coffee. I had tea this morning. Drink your tea, drink your coffee, drink your wine whenever you're watching this. Do all of the things. Like, comment, subscribe, share the video, see what you like in the comments. If there's a book that you actually want to read, tell me about it. Maybe we'll do a buddy read together. That would be nice to have a community reading the same book at the same time. Just let me know. I'll do those things. But as I said, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Deuces. Bye.